Good day, I am Analie Pamor, Bachelor of Technology and Livelihood Education, major in Home Economics. In this video, I will be going to talk about the passions of grading. So, grades have various intended and unintended impacts. So, students interpret are affected by grades. Some important influences include the level of feedback communicated in the grade about the student's performance, whether grades are being used to compare students, how grades motivate students, whether factors other than performance should be included. So, one of the functions of grading is to provide feedback. So, when students says a grade with no comment, there is no information about why the grade was earned. So, the student may be disappointed or bewildered. However, it is simply not feasible to give detailed comments on each assignment or test. So, teacher must make many practical judgments to target for intensive feedback. As a teacher, let us remember that feedback is very important because it will give students an idea on why she got a low or a high grade. Without this, the student will be confused on what area of knowledge needs an improvement. Sometimes, feedback can have negative effect to students. Too much red ink. So when a teacher put too much red marks on the student's paper, the students will think that his or her performance is too poor, and it will demotivate him to learn. Another one is too vague. So a non-specific feedback will not help students to target the areas that needs for improvement. So in general, more detailed individualized feedback has a positive effect on students' motivation. And with that, the students can make more accurate connection between how they prepared and their performance. It is very important for the teacher to learn to give students consistent, detailed, and useful feedback for better learning. So taking practical constraints into account also. So another function of grading is also used to provide a basis of comparison to something. So we have three forms of comparison that influence the way grading decisions are made. So first, we have individual student reference. So individual student reference is based on comparison with students' own prior performance or aptitude. So this system is usually used in college admissions. Next is the norm reference grading. Norm reference grading is when you grade students in comparison to other students' achievement. So in this system, competition is usually present. So next, standard-based grading, or criterion reference grading. So standard-based grading is determined by the student's performance based on the predefined criteria. So the distinction boils down to the following question. When we assign grades, what exactly are we comparing? So as a teacher, it is very important that you have a wide range of understanding and knowledge about grading your students so that the outcome will come out as fair and just for the students. So example for norm reference grading. So a teacher may establish a grading policy whereby the top 15% of students will receive a mark of excellent or outstanding, which in a class of 100, enrolled students will be 15%. Such a policy is illustrated below. So 1.0 is excellent, is equal to top 15% of the class. 1.50 or good is equal to next 15% of the class. 2.0 is the average or fair, is equal to next 45% of the class. 3.0 is poor or pass is equal to next 15% of the class, while 5.0 is failure or bottom 10% of the class. So the underlying assumption in norm reference grading is that the students have the ability that obey the normal distribution. So the objective is to find out the best performer of the group. Another example is for the criterion reference grading. So grading is to read student essay and assign a rating from A to F. So the description of grading is a way of rating the quality, rank, or order to things or how well is the student's performance. So criterion reference, so this is based on the criteria or the standards that is made by teachers to grade the student performance. So that's all for today, and thank you for listening.